And I would go right away to the first speaker, Alula, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Tsukuba in Japan, and a lecturer of Mekelle University, Ethiopia. So Alula, Dr. Alula, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Is my sound okay?
It's perfect.
Okay, thank you. I will briefly talk about the issues going on. As we all know that Tigray has a long history of statehood and religious tradition, excellence in literature, arts, and architecture. And this has contributed to the rich collection of cultural heritage, and even a large section of Tigrayan history, culture, and religion dominates the mainstream heritage narration in Ethiopia. Although there is mostly its appropriation without proper recognition. Since the beginning of this war, and there has been multiple massacres of civilians which were recorded, can only be explained as coordinated genocide against the Tigrayans. Many of the massacres were perpetrated within the compounds of religious institutions. Religious leaders were among the main targets of these killings. Several rapes against nuns were also reported. And these people are guardians of heritage at the core of community cohesion. Most Tigrayans are devoted believers that commit to religious sites several days a week. As a result of this, many of the old age heritage sites are living heritage and in their original function. People seek refuge in these institutions in times of crisis, and especially in wars. That's the first place where people go when there is a crisis. And religious leaders tend to protect these people, and they become in the front, protecting them from atrocities. So the complete communication blackout makes a current assessment of damage just the beginning of a long list of cultural dimensions to the genocide. And here are some of the core patterns. One is the appropriation of heritage through ethnic cleansing. We observed that heritage sites in western and southern occupied territories of Tigray are systematically depopulated and appropriated. And heritage is taken as hostage to get information, as we heard from Debre Damo and other places. The soldiers threaten to destroy the church unless the people give information. And also there was a depopulation of areas through destruction of public goods. So the main sites, visible institutions will be attacked first, so people will be scared and depopulate the area for conquest. And also international destruction of markers of Tigrayan identity has been continued, a continuous pattern. We saw like destruction of statues, obstruction of traditional site names, even we had change of church names in controlled places, and burning of villages and other markers of identity. So finally, how can the international community help to stop these brutalities against religious leaders, holy places, and heritage in Tigray? The first is there should be pressure to end this war and removal of alien forces from the Tigrayan territories, and restoration of all communication means for damage assessment and coordination, and financial and material support to traditional institutions in Tigray, like religious institutions, to reestablish themselves. And liturgical and other heritage articles found in the global market should be flagged and reinstituted into their original locations. This also, of course, includes many heritage objects to be found within other parts of Ethiopia as well. So starting planning and mobilization for the reconstruction of Tigray by supporting local institutions of the heritage sector, especially local universities in Tigray should be supported, and their human resources should be developed through training, collaboration, and assistance. I ask for the global academic community is urged to support in training the next generation of Tigrayans and to rehabilitate the nation from these wounds of the genocide. And thank you so much. This is my message. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alula. That's really great for you to put that there, and in a way scoping out what needs to be done for the future.